So did you know that there are side effects associated with antidepressants? Well, today I want to talk to you about 14 side effects associated with antidepressants. I'm Tom O'Brien, a mental health herbalist, bringing you content focused on your mental health. Herbal medicine is a great way to treat your mental health, to build your mental health, protect your mental health from the stresses and strains of modern life. I make weekly videos and I do some streaming now as well. So if you haven't subscribed, why not subscribe and keep up to date with the latest information on natural healing. I'm going to read them out for you. Nausea, increased weight gain, loss of sexual desire, fatigue, insomnia, dry mouth, blurred vision, constipation, dizziness, agitation, irritability, anxiety, addiction, and suicide. And in some cases, people who have been prescribed antidepressants very soon afterwards committing suicide. It's the worst side effect. So you really need to be aware of the side effects of antidepressants before you make that informed decision to take them. Yes, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling low, you reach out to your doctor. Your doctor is going to prescribe you antidepressants because that's basically all they can do. That's how they're programmed. The link between the pharmaceutical industry feeds the doctors with information and products, and the doctors prescribe. It's very easy and it's a whole economic model. But you're there vulnerable. You're in there feeling depressed, low. Who knows what the cause of that is? Often doctors don't spend time to get to the root cause of your depression. So they'll prescribe you an antidepressant and you may not be fully informed of the side effects. You may not even be given the patient information. You may just receive the tablets in a little card or a box, but you don't often get the patient information. The patient information is the detailed analysis of the potential side effects that can be affected by you if you take these antidepressants. But often what the doctors will try and do is focus on the positive, which is what you want as well. But informed means that you're informed of all of the risks if you take these antidepressants. Nausea, weight gain. So a lot about digestion and stomach. And we know that digestion is really key to good mental health. So that's something you want to avoid. You don't want nausea and you don't want weight gain, because weight gain reduces our self-esteem. We don't feel good and positive about ourselves when we put weight on. So that's going to make you feel further depressed, unfortunately. Loss of sexual desire is a huge issue for people. And again, for our self-esteem, if people lose their sexual desire, they feel less of a human. And that's not something we want, because that's going to further make you feel further depressed. And if they were the only two side effects you had, you put on weight and you lost your sexual desire from taking antidepressants, maybe your depression before you took these tablets wasn't as bad as how you feel now. You've gained weight, you feel sick, and you've lost your sexual desire. So you really need to be aware that there are alternatives, and that's the purpose of my channel, is to bring you information to get you to think before you go for medication. Fatigue and insomnia. So your energy becomes depleted. You can't sleep and therefore your energy is further depleted. You get into this cycle of being constantly tired. So if you were depressed before, you're probably naturally feeling tired, and maybe you didn't want to sleep because associated with depression, people sometimes, they try and feel guilty or feel bad about sleeping so much. But maybe just sleeping is what you need. You need rest, but you don't need insomnia and agitation, because this is going to be a cycle of increasing your sense of stress and anxiety associated with depression. So suddenly now you've gained weight, you've lost sexual desire, you can't sleep, and you're agitated. That's not good. Next we have dry mouth, blurred vision, and constipation. Constipation is ridding ourselves of toxins. If we don't rid ourselves of toxins, then we're going to become more toxic. The blood becomes toxic, we become inflamed, and increases stress in our brain and our nervous system. So it increases how bad we feel. So it has a knock-on effect, a ripple effect in our mental health. Dry mouth and blurred vision, again, not something that's comfortable. You don't want those side effects. Agitation, we talked about, irritability, anxiety, addiction, and suicide. So they're the side effects. Risk of suicide, risk of addiction because people are on antidepressants. Their chemistry has been adjusted because you're introducing chemicals, artificial chemicals into the body in order to stimulate serotonin production, to raise the level of serotonin, which often doesn't happen because a lot of serotonin is produced in the gut. Now, if you have nausea and constipation, then your whole digestive system is out of sync, and that's going to have a negative ripple effect in terms of your mental health and your depression. Increased agitation and insomnia and being irritable, all these side effects are going to make the situation worse. So this video seems like bad news, but it's not really bad news. It's good news. The good news is that there are alternatives to antidepressants, and I have some videos on my channel, questions to consider before you want antidepressants, herbs for, my last video was 10 herbs for antidepressants, 10 herbs for depression. I cover nuts and seeds for depression, and as many natural ways as possible. I really want you to check out my content and engage with me in the comments and be honest with me, because I know it's easy for me to stand here and tell you don't go on antidepressants. I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you, make sure you're informed of the negative side effects of antidepressants, because they may make things worse. And I have a key message on my channel, which is it's okay to be depressed. Society has stigmatized feeling sad and depressed. Everyone's supposed to be happy, living an Instagrammable life, and not showing the sadness and the pain inside. It's natural to feel sad and pain, and if you're feeling depressed, it's perfectly okay to feel depressed. You need to acknowledge that and acknowledge the reasons why you're feeling depressed. And there are many reasons to feel depressed, and putting antidepressants on top is just going to suppress the emotions and delay the cure, the resolution that the body needs to recover. I hope you found this video helpful. I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And look, I'll see you in a video very soon or on a live stream. Take care. Bye bye.